Hi, I'm Pip Waller and this is Being Human. And today I'm going to talk about the winter solstice, the pagan festival or the Celtic festival, sometimes called of Yule, which is found in the 21st, 22nd of December. It's the time of the longest night, the shortest day, and then from that time the sun starts to return gradually. The days start to get longer. Actually, we don't really notice it until later. Usually we most notice it by Imbolc, which is the next pagan festival in early February. But for now, it's the middle of winter, it's cold, it's dark. If you think back to the time when we didn't have electricity and heating and so on, we'd have really been feeling it, this real dark cold, and every day the day's getting shorter. It's like the sun is gone, and then after the solstice the sun is born. So for our ancestors and for practicing pagans, Wiccans and what have you today, this is a festival which celebrates the birth of the sun, the birth of the god, one of the aspects of the god. So in the pagan traditions, the great mother, the earth mother, she went at Samhain into the underworld. She became the crone and entered the underworld. That's a time of death and of going into the darkness. But now, from her place deep, deep within, she actually, the great goddess, she becomes the great mother, and she gives birth to the sun. She gives birth to the sun, the god, who's going to later become her lover, her consort. That's how the wheels cycle and turn. The wheel of the year cycles and turns. So the great goddess becomes the great mother and gives birth. From the darkness of winter, the womb of the great mother, comes the sun again. So actually just about everywhere in Europe celebrated this the birth of a baby boy at this time of year, the middle of the winter, which is probably why later the Christians put the birth of Jesus around this time. So it's a natural thing to need a little celebration as well, isn't it, in the middle of the winter to keep us going. Not so natural now because Christmas has become a commercialised thing that everyone's going crazy for weeks and weeks and weeks, even, probably 6 weeks of partying and shopping and overeating and stuff. But if you just think, actually it's a time to gather at Yule, the solstice, to gather together with people in your clan. People wouldn't have done a lot of travelling in the olden days, just with the people in your clan, and celebrate the coming back of the light, the birth of the sun. So it's a fire festival about light and about hope. In the darkest hour, out of the darkest hour, the light is reborn. That comes the light. So I wish you a very merry solstice. This year's particularly unusual because there's actually a full moon on the 22nd. So I think that's today. Yeah, the day that I'm going to put this video out. It's actually the 22nd. So it's a full moon and it's a winter solstice. That doesn't happen very often. That's quite rare. So the moon, the light of the moon, we can think of her as in the round fullness of the mother goddess giving birth to the sun. And a merry solstice and a very good wishes to you and to all your family and friends for this time of year. And let's have hope for peace and enlightenment come into all of our hearts for next year. I'm Pip Waller, this is Being Human. Thanks for listening.